Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Espionage. Some of our friends really enjoy. Dana Andrews and I Was a Communist for the FBI. Yes, Jed, I'm talking to you and a few other of you. This episode originally broadcast May 21st, 1952. This episode entitled Pit Viper. Thank you for joining us. On this Saturday, 21st day of May, 141st day of the year, 224 days remaining until we get to 2023. Slavery abolished in Colombia, South America in 1851. Lawrence, Kansas, captured and burned by pro-slavery forces in 1856. American Red Cross established by Clara Barton in 1881. In 1904, the Soccer League, FIFA, founded in Paris. Well, we call it soccer. The rest of the world calls it football. But there you go. The Great Atlanta Fire of 1917 began just after noon on this date, finally extinguished by 10 o'clock at night. 300 acres destroyed, including nearly 2,000 homes, businesses, and churches. 10,000 people displaced, only one fatality, a woman who suffered a heart attack after her home burned to the ground, losses totaling $5.5 million. Charles Lindbergh touched down at Le Bourget Field in Paris on this date in 1927, the world's first nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean. Amelia Earhart, because of bad weather, landed in a pasture in Derry, Northern Ireland on this date in 1932, becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean.
Flying is perhaps the most dramatic of recent scientific attainments. In the brief span of 30-odd years, the world has seen an inventor's dream, first materialized by the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk, become an everyday actuality. Perhaps I'm prejudiced, but to me it seems that no other phase of modern progress contrives to maintain such a brimming measure of romance and beauty coupled with utility as does aviation.
An excerpt from a 1935 broadcast, A Woman's Place in Science. She disappeared during a flight over the Pacific in 1937 and was declared dead in 1939. Oskaloosa, Iowa became the first municipality in the U.S. to fingerprint each of its citizens back in 1934. 950 miles off the coast of Brazil, the freighter SS Robin Moore became the first U.S. ship sunk by a German U-boat in 1941. In 1945, screen legends Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall were wed.
Tell me, what do you usually do when you're not working?
Play the horses, fool around.
No women?
Well, I'm generally working on something most of the time.
Could that be stretched to include me?
Well, I like you. I told you that before.
I liked hearing you say it. But you didn't do much about it.
Well, neither did you.
Well, speaking of horses, I like to play them myself. But I like to see them work out a little first. See if they're front runners or come from behind. Find out what their whole card is. What makes them run.
An excerpt from Bogey and Bacall's 1946 picture, The Big Sleep. Alabama Governor John Malcolm Patterson declared martial law on this date in 1961 in an attempt to restore order after race riots broke out. In 1979, White Night riots following the manslaughter conviction of Dan White for the assassination of George Moscone and Harvey Milk. After 30 seasons, Johnny Carson hosted his penultimate episode of his The Tonight Show, next to the last episode of that show, and the last featuring guests back in 1992. Two of those guests, Robin Williams and Bette Midler. And I have to tell you that even to this date, Johnny Carson, popular over-the-air television on Antenna TV, the reruns of those old shows, and there are reruns of the shows around the clock on Pluto TV, the Roku channel. it's still very, very popular. Johnny Carson is, years after his passing. The tallest roller coaster in the world, King Da Ka, opened at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson Township, New Jersey in 2005. Radio broadcaster Harold Camping predicted the world would end on this date back in 2011. He would pass away in December of 2013. And Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus performed their final show on this date in 2017 at Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Passing away on this date, musician Vaughn Monroe, Sammy Davis Sr., the father of Sammy Davis Jr., also actor Lash LaRue, Sir John Gielgud, the fine actor, and you remember Ernest T. Bass on Andy Griffith? Howard Morris passed away on this date back in 2005. This is the birthday to band leader Horace Heidt, actor Robert Montgomery, pianist Fats Waller, also Raymond Burr, Andrei Sakharov, the Russian physicist, Peggy Cass, and Dennis Day.
Look, Dennis, you're getting $35 a week, aren't you?
Yes, but I've got a cousin who makes $40 a week, and he's a shoe salesman.
All right, your cousin makes $40, and he's a shoe salesman. That means he has to work every day in the week for it. Now, you don't work Monday, do you?
No.
You don't work Tuesday?
No.
You don't work Thursday?
You forgot Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
No.
Now, look, you don't work Friday and you don't work Saturday. The whole week is almost over and you haven't worked yet.
Gee, I'm a bum.
Dennis Day, born on this date back in 1918. By the way, on our Classic Radio Theater podcast, we have an episode of the Doris Day Show, which features Dennis. And it was primarily from the celebrating the passing of Doris Day and honoring her memory, but also Dennis Day on the show, and you can see all of the things he did during his life. Dennis Day passing away, or born on this date back in 1918. Isley Brothers, Ronald Isley, 81 years old today. I Want to Be Bobby's Girl, Marcy Blaine, 78. Leo Sayer, the man who made you feel like dancing, and More Than I Can Say, and When I Need You, Just Hold Your Eyes and I Want You. Leo Sayer, 74 today. Comedian Al Franken is 71. We Pity the Fool Who Doesn't Know That Mr. T turns 70 today. Judge Reinhold. Remember him from Fast Times in Ridgemont High and Gremlins? Judge Reinhold, 65 years old today. The son of John Cassavetes and the very lovely Gina Rowland. Nick Cassavetes, 63 today. From House, Lisa Edelstein is 56. Fairuza Balk. From Return to Oz, The Craft, and Amazon's Paradise City. Fairuza Balk, 48 today. Gautier, the man who sang about Somebody That I Used to Know, #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Gautier, 42 today. And the young man who sang about Chocolate Rain, Tay Zonday, 40 years old today. Those some of the people who celebrate the 21st day of May as their birthday. And if this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the 4 freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you.
Chocolate Rain. Dana Andrews, I was a communist for the FBI from May 21st, 1952, 70 years ago, is up next on this Saturday Classic Radio Theater.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
The buy one, get one free special going on now at MyPillow. MyPillow bed sheets, Giza Elegance MyPillows, the roll and go anywhere MyPillows, and 6-piece towel sets on special. Go to mypillow.com/USA, use promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 and find out all the great deals you can get right now at MyPillow. mypillow.com/USA. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox from 70 years ago today, May 21st, 1952, Dana Andrews. I was a communist for the FBI and the Pit Viper.
I was a communist for the FBI.
Starring Dana Andrews in an exciting tale of danger and espionage. I was a communist for the FBI. From the actual records and authentic experiences of Matt Cvetic come many of the incidents in this unusual story. Here is our star, Dana Andrews, as Matt Cvetic, who for 9 fantastic years lived as a communist for the FBI.
An Oriental proverb says, "He who rides on a tiger cannot dismount." For 9 jittery years, I rode the red tiger of communism in America, while it stalked our freedoms. It was worth my life to dismount, but finally I did. This is one of the stories of that long, grim ride.
Now, here is Dana Andrews as Matt Cvetic, undercover man. This story from the confidential file is marked The Pit Viper.
High noon, Comrade Cvetic.
Yeah, and I'm hungry. Let's stop someplace and eat.
High noon for the Communist International. Soon.
Do you really think so, Comrade Revchenko?
Some things must still be done. For example, we must see that factory whistles stop blowing regularly in America.
Does that mean we must assume command of labor?
Here's the lunchroom. We must talk.
What about, Comrade?
The care and feeding of factory whistles, Comrade. So, to summarize, the Kirkton miners are on strike. The union is about to reach an understanding with the management. That must not happen.
I'll do my best.
You will not do your best, Comrade Cvetic. You will do what has to be done.
I'll leave for Kirkton tonight.
Comrade Simon Horvath understands such matters as inciting to riot and other mob violence, where it will do the most good. He will drive with you to Kirkton.
I'll need help.
You are to hesitate at nothing.
How do you mean?
You are a deputy sheriff in this county?
Just sort of an honorary thing. It just keeps me on call to stamp out brush fires in dry weather.
But you are permitted to own a revolver.
Yes.
Have it with you in Kirkton. You leave tonight.
Hello?
Mr. Lawrence?
Go ahead.
This is Freeman.
I know. Go ahead.
I'm going to Kirkton tonight. What do I do? Play it straight?
We can't do a thing while the commies stay within the law.
I've been told to carry a gun in Kirkton.
That's different. If it reaches a point where you'll be expected to use that gun, call me and we'll move in.
Right.
Good luck, Freeman.
miserable night to drive, Comrade Simon.
I'm not worried about that. But strikers don't enjoy picketing in the rain. These Kirkton schmoes will be more anxious than ever to settle their strike. We'll fix that all right, though.
Yeah? How?
Those 100 hot lunches I ordered by telephone in Kirkton, pass them out to the pickets.
I see.
Nothing like a hot meal to keep the hotheads hot. I like these deals. This is going to be fun.
Two hours in the monotonous rain brings us to the grimy Tipple standing starkly against a muddy sky. A struck mining region in the dead of a nasty night is the last word in desolation. I feel a chill and I shiver. The revolver in my shoulder holster is cold and heavy. I look forward to a warm place to sleep. And then Simon's car begins to feel the weather.
Uh-oh.
Now what?
Water in the carburetor or something, I don't know.
Now wait, you better stop here while the stopping's good.
You mean while the initiative is still with us? And what's here?
It's like a miner's house. I'll call a garage.
Wow. Now do that, Junior. I'll wait in the car.
Yes?
I'm sorry about the hour, but do you have a telephone so I could call a garage?
Oh,
We're having some trouble with the car, and it's a pretty bad night.
Oh, come in.
I hate to be a nuisance.
Oh, it's all right. I was up reading.
At 1 a.m.?
You call the operator and she'll get you the garage. There's only one in town.
Maybe she could kill two birds and get us a hotel, too.
Elsa! What is it?
Papa, you go right back to bed.
Who is so late?
Oh, this gentleman's car stalled in the rain. Now go back to bed.
This fella?
Now I'm putting everybody to a lot of inconvenience.
I'm pretty good automobiles.
No, Papa.
I wouldn't hear of it.
It's easy.
You've had enough rain on the picket.
Strong like an ox.
Now, please let me call a garage.
Oh, I'm sure the operator will get you the hotel, too.
Hotel? You stay here. Such a bad night. Plenty room.
Oh, no.
Sure. Give you good breakfast, too. No charge.
No, it's just out of the question. Thank you, but...
You stay in Barney's room. Long time nobody in Barney's room. How old you are?
35. Why?
Like Barney. You stay.
No, but I'm with another man. There's two of us.
You see, Papa?
I sleep on couch down here.
No, sorry. Thanks anyhow. That's final.
Now get back to bed before you catch another chill, Papa.
She called me Papa. No, Papa. I'm Barney's Papa.
I'd better telephone the garage, Miss...
Mrs. Utke. Mrs. Barney Utke. Or rather, Mrs. Elsa Utke now.
Oh, I'll use her phone.
And maybe you could drive me to my own house then. It's on the way into town.
Oh, I'd be very happy to.
Thank you.
I'd better phone. The garage car arrives, and pretty soon we're driving Elsa Utke to her dingy little house. Good night, thank you, etc. We drive away, but she disturbs me. A fine-looking woman, educated and alone. A widow. A mine accident, explosion, cave-in. In any case, Barney, her husband, is dead, and it's sort of too bad. We're lucky. We get a decent room in the little hotel in town. In the morning, Simon and I are at the tipple of Great Turk No. 3 mine, passing out hot lunches and propaganda in the rain and black mud to thankful miners and to some silent and suspicious ones. Here you are, friend. Compliments of the Friends of American Mine Workers.
Mass meeting tonight in Workman's Hall, 8 o'clock. Notice inside the box. Come on, Matt. Talkative guys, aren't they?
Give them credit. They know we must have an angle handing out free lunches.
All right, let's try this big clown.
Good morning, friend. Oh, hi, Utke.
Hello? Hello! You broke an automobile, fella. Hello.
This is my partner, Simon Horvath, Mr. Utke.
Hello?
Yeah.
You sure you ought to be picketing in this rain, Utke?
Sure. Strong like a horse. My Elsa gonna bring me hot soup anyhow, maybe.
Well, this hot lunch is no maybe. Warm me up for the fight on our hands.
Fight?
In there and win, miner.
Mass meeting tonight, Workman's Hall at 8.
The full dope is inside the box.
I be there, sure. But no fight, you hear?
That's the only way to get what's coming to you.
Sure, fight. Get knock on head, get killed. Like Barney. Like my boy. No! No!
Now, here comes that dame we took home last night.
You mean Elsa Utke?
So she's got a fancy face and can talk, so what? She's too smart. Let's go. Don't forget the meeting, Utke!
You've been on strike for 5 weeks now. And what are you settling for?
6 lousy pennies a load. Go back to work for that, and you're selling your American birthright for that well-known mess of pottage. Sign up with the Friends of American Miners, and we'll get you 3 times that. 3 times!
How we know this?
You're out of order, Utke.
You out of line! We're the workers. We satisfied.
This guy Utke's gonna be trouble, Matt.
Who are you anyhow? Who you come tell us what to do, huh?
We're your friends. If you can't fight for your rights, we're here to line you up in a real organization with teeth.
We don't want different union. We want peace. No more strike. Go back to work. Make living.
That's what we want.
Men, I beg of you, think it over. See it our way and fight.
I lose my boy in riot like that. In mine fight. Enough fight.
On bended knee, men. On bended knee for your own good. That's all, men. God bless you.
Men, you stay a while. I like to talk to you good.
He's trouble.
But he's important. He's our spokesman.
He's liable to have a serious accident one of these nights.
Look, comrade, let me handle Utke, okay?
May 21st, 1952, I Was a Communist for the FBI on Classic Radio Theater.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
You're listening to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite station, and an episode of I Was a Communist for the FBI, as it was broadcast Wednesday, May 21st, 1952. In the newspapers of that Wednesday 70 years ago, these were some of the headlines. The Senate approved last night President Truman's appointment of federal Judge James P. McGranery of Philadelphia to be Attorney General. The nomination of the 56-year-old jurist to succeed J. Howard McGrath in the cabinet post confirmed by a vote of 52-18. Action had hung fire since April 3rd when President Truman named McGranery to the post just after he had let McGrath out of the cabinet in a follow-up to McGrath's firing of Newbold Morris as government corruption investigator. Senators Ferguson, the Republican of Michigan, and Watkins, the Republican of Utah, led the opposition to McGranery's nomination. They assailed him as a man of mostly questionable integrity, ability, and veracity. They criticized him for past actions on investigation of public officials, a job he has inherited as Attorney General, and for his current views on the emergency powers of the president. Labor Secretary Tobin yesterday urged Congress to override the Supreme Court if the High Tribunal declares President Truman's seizure of the steel industry illegal. Tobin, testifying before a Senate Labor Management Subcommittee, recommended that the courts rule the mills must be returned to their owners. Stopgap legislation should be enacted ratifying the president's seizure action. The secretary defended the president's action in the labor dispute as courageous and right, but admitted the court may hold that Mr. Truman lacks sufficient power as chief executive to take over the mills. The possibility of a Dixie Democrat bolt, which faded when President Truman bowed out as a candidate for re-election, appeared to be bouncing back yesterday as a full-fledged threat. 3 key Southern Democrats warned bluntly that the Democrat convention's candidate and platform will play a heavy part in shaping Dixie's actions in the November presidential election. Governor Herman Talmadge of Georgia left the door open for the Democrat organization of his state to bolt the national party if, as Talmadge put it, the convention nominates an extreme left-winger as a candidate for president and adopts a radical platform. Virginia Governor John S. Battle said it was very possible that his state would vote Republican if President Eisenhower captured the GOP nomination. President Truman warned the nation of a possible renewal of large-scale fighting in Korea, but he said America's new atomic weapons will have to be reckoned with in the future. The president, optimistic about preventing another world war, was in high good humor as he went to West Point, New York, by train to participate in the 150th anniversary celebration of the U.S. Military Academy. Army Secretary Frank Pace told the nation's future generals at West Point last night that a peacetime army such as the America knew in the 1930s will never return. Said the Army's top boss, it seems doubtful that the Army within our generation will ever be less than 3 or 4 times its pre-war size. Under industrial management concepts for which his country is famous, it is unthinkable that such a minimum establishment of millions, including in military and civilian, could possibly be run without increasing use of specialists as size increases. And those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Wednesday, May 21st, 1952. On your radio, I Was a Communist for the FBI, which continues now on Classic Radio Theater.
50, 65.
Hello?
Lawrence?
Yes?
This is Freeman.
I know. Go ahead. Wait. Where are you?
Telephone booth in the hotel lobby here. Look, I think there's some pretty grim going up ahead. At the mass meeting tonight, somebody's coming. I'll call later. So long.
Matt?
Hello, Simon.
What you doing in the phone booth there, Cvetic?
Can't I telephone?
Can't you telephone from upstairs in the room?
No.
No?
Look, the party doesn't have to go on my dates with me, does it?
That's the... What's her name, dame?
Elsa. Elsa Utke. I'm going out with her tonight. Okay?
You better get started. It's pretty late.
I'm on my way.
I'm going that way. I'll drive you over.
Oh, it isn't far. I'll walk.
It's pouring.
Isn't there a taxi service in town?
Cvetic, you rich or something. I'll drive you over.
All right, fine. Thanks a lot. Fine. Come on, please. Please be home. Be home.
Well, Matt, you standing up?
Well, she must be getting dressed.
It's pretty late already.
Please. Be home. Be home, please.
please.
May 21st, 1952, I was a communist for the FBI. The conclusion next on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
On Sunday's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, Frank Lovejoy, starring as Randy Stone, the reporter for the fictional Chicago Star newspaper, in Night Beat from 72 years ago, May 22nd, 1950, and I Wish You Were Dead. Randy meets the meek Mr. Fettle in the park, and this gentleman can kill just by thinking someone dead. It's coming up on Sunday. Right now, let's wrap up this Saturday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. The conclusion of I Was a Communist for the FBI, starring Dana Andrews, 70 years ago, May 21st, 1952.
Now back to Dana Andrews, starring in I Was a Communist for the FBI, and the second act of our story.
Please, Elsa, be home, please. Please.
Elsa.
What is it?
It's okay, Simon. Thanks for the lift.
Come in.
I can't explain, but I have to use your telephone.
Oh, you're welcome to it, of course. There.
Oh, do you mind? It's rather private.
Oh, I'll wait in the next room.
Long distance, please.
Hello?
Lawrence?
Lawrence?
Freeman again. I'm calling from a private telephone now.
Go on.
Look, there's a miner down here, sort of the head man with the boys. Lost his son in one mine riot and doesn't want any more violence. He wants the men to go back to work, and my sidekick doesn't like it.
Simon Horvath, that is, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if I can keep him under control.
You think he might knock off this miner?
I don't know.
I'll start for Kirkton right away. So long.
All right, Elsa, you can come in now.
Well, that didn't take long. Is anything the matter? You looked like bad news when you knocked at the door.
Well, yes.
Should I be sympathetic?
No, not at all. Thanks for letting me use your telephone. Good night, Mrs. Yuki.
Oh, wait.
Waiting.
Why did you ask to use my telephone?
I needed a private wire.
There are other private phones. Why mine?
Why?
Yes.
Well, let's say I made a cheap boast. Let's say that I pretended to my partner that I had a date with you.
A date with me?
That's what I told him.
Why?
Private reasons.
Whatever that means.
It probably means more than I admitted to when I said it.
It's rather involved, isn't it?
Well, that's because I'm rather involved.
Whatever that means.
Elsa.
Elsa?
Don't you get involved.
Now I know what you mean.
Maybe it's blunt, my saying it, and vain, but...
No, it isn't blunt or vain. Just kind.
From someone from whom you didn't expect much human feeling?
I just felt you were here to make trouble. The last time you people came here, you started a riot. My husband was killed. It was murder, nothing less. They did it so that they could say company strong-arm men did it. They were communists.
And you think I'm a communist?
Deny it if you like. You Reds always deny it.
And there's no use in my denying it, is there?
Elsa! Elsa!
You shouldn't be here. He despises your kind.
Elsa, I go by mass meeting now. Miners, we talk...
Hello, Utki.
Elsa, what this fellow does in my Barney's house?
He's in some sort of trouble, Papa. He wanted to use the telephone.
What this communist do in my son Barney's house? Is this for he kill Barney? So he come into Barney's house, monkey Barney's wife, huh?
Papa, he didn't kill Barney.
Communist, same like other fellas, same thing.
Papa, please.
You, sneak fellow. You dirty communist. I show you.
Utki, stop. No.
Papa, let him go. Let him go. I say.
You're joking. No.
I show you. I give you big hello, huh?
Papa, let him go. Let him go.
You let me go.
Elsa.
I make mistake. A mistake. I hit her.
Get me a glass of water, Utki. Come on, get on it.
Yeah. I make mistake. I get water.
Elsa.
Yeah.
Elsa.
It's all right.
Just lie here a moment. Utki jarred you with his elbow. He didn't mean to.
I'm all right.
Well, just take it easy a while.
How she is, huh? How she look now, huh?
Let's have the water.
Elsa, I don't know how it happens.
I'm fine, Papa.
Sure?
Just, help me up a little, please.
Arm around my shoulder. So. That's it, does it. Now sit here.
Thank you.
It was accident, Elsa. I'm sorry.
Of course, Papa.
I'm sorry.
Forget about it.
You let me go meeting now.
Of course. What meeting?
I call meeting again. I talk to the men. They got to go back to work. I make them. I holler at them good tonight. You see.
Good luck, Papa.
Oh, I don't know. I try hard. I don't know.
Don't worry, Papa. Go to the meeting.
Yeah. I go. All right.
And I'd better go, too.
I'm sorry there was a scene.
Well, thanks for interfering when you did.
He wouldn't really have hurt you.
He was making pretty nice progress, so thanks. Bye. Shall I get that for you?
No, I'm fine now. Hello?
It's very important for me to locate Stanley Utke. Is he there?
No, he just left for Workman's Hall for a mass meeting. Who's this? Hello? Who is it? Hello? Doesn't matter. I know who it is. It's your fine friend.
My friend? You told him Utke went to the hall.
Did I? I don't Yes, maybe I did.
I've got to go after him.
Why?
Never mind. I've just got to go after him.
Matt,
Yeah?
be careful.
I slog across the black, sticky fields in that dreary downpour toward Workman's Hall. If Simon Horvath is looking for Big Stan Utke, he means no good. And I don't know how many of his goons have been standing by. The lights of the hall begin to glow dimly through the rain. Has Utke arrived there yet? Utke. He hasn't arrived, but the goon squad has. Sure as brass knuckles, sure as sandbags. I start running and almost pitch headlong into a battle in the dark. Horvath! Haul off! Cut it out! You're making a mistake! Something hits me in the mouth, and I go down, tasting blood. Heavy milling feet stamp over me. Then I hear another voice from the direction of the hall.
This way, boys! They're mauling Stan Utke! Let it, boys! Good!
The miners pour across the field and fall upon Simon Horvath's goon men. And I crawl out of there while the getting is good. I'm taping up my wounds in our hotel room when Simon Horvath comes in. The comrade is quite a mess. Quite a mess. You're a sorry sight, Simon.
Shut up.
I told you I'd take care of Utke. Why did you have to step in and foul things up?
Because you weren't taking care of Utke, that's why.
I'd been working on him, making him see things our way.
Yeah?
I was talking to him tonight, just before you called Elsa's house.
You were?
Yes, I was. Check with Elsa, if you want to.
Will she talk to a communist?
Look, I had Utke convinced that the men should stay out. He was going to the hall tonight to tell them it was a fight to the finish.
You're a liar.
I'm a liar. Let's see if I'm a liar. Hello? Operator? It's a big and a dangerous bluff. I'm counting on Elsa Utke's wit and her need to believe in somebody, even somebody she thinks may be a red. And then her voice is on the wire and the bluff is on.
Hello?
Elsa, this is Matt Cvetic.
Oh,
How is Mr. Utke?
badly beaten up. I've just come back from the emergency clinic.
Will he be all right?
Yes.
Elsa, there's a man here with me who doesn't believe that I had Utke convinced that the miners should stay out on strike. Will you correct him?
Your communist friend?
Yes.
Put him on.
Comrade?
Hello? Hello?
What your comrade says is true.
Okay.
Let me speak to him again.
She wants to speak to you again.
Elsa?
I lied for you.
Thanks.
Somehow I think you are not really one of them. That someday you will see the truth and leave them. I hope so. That is why I lied for you. Goodbye, Matt.
Well, that's it, comrade. You're in trouble.
I was doing my job. What do you mean in trouble?
You've made a martyr out of Utke. You've turned him against us again. The men will go back to work for his sake now. Nice work, comrade.
Look, Matt, we're pretty good friends, aren't we?
The party comes first.
Yeah, I know, sure, but...
I'll have to turn you in for party discipline.
Matt, look at it.
Sorry, comrade. The next morning, sure enough, the men go back to work, and Simon and I sneak out of town. The men go back because Utke has been beaten up by those who didn't want them to go back. And Comrade Simon Horvath faces the grim party discipline. I claim that victory. Horvath and I sneak out of the hotel one at a time, afraid even to call a taxi. Alone, I hit the wet highway. I hear Elsa Utke's warm Slavic voice again.
I lied for you.
And I feel good again. And then I hear...
Goodbye, Matt.
And that hurts. Goodbye. But that's how it is. And that's how it will always be. As long as I'm a communist for the FBI. I walk alone. This is Dana Andrews. The story you've just heard is based on notes from the files of Matt Cvetic, FBI undercover man. Names have been changed and events modified for obvious reasons. Next week, another exciting adventure out of Matt Cvetic's experience as a communist for the FBI. So be with us then. We're expecting you.
What's truly interesting is that while we have all of these shows out there, we have very few qualities that are salvageable. People saved the shows, scratched up discs, didn't know how to clean the discs, and as such, the shows are just of absolutely horrible quality. We have a few, and we'll bring them to you when I can find them. May 21st, 1952, 70 years ago, I was a communist for the FBI here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Please thank this station, support their other advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you here each and every Saturday on this station. Also, please, if you visit our webpage, classicradio.stream, you can stream our shows there, learn more about classic radio collecting, and contact me there, classicradio.stream. Or if you have a podcast application, you can hear us through Spotify or Spreaker or Apple Podcast or Google Podcast or Amazon. Their Audible app by searching Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Have a great Saturday. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.